Okay, that should have worked. And I think everybody is in the right windows. For a second, I was like, wait, did I do that? Hi! Welcome back to Uncanny Adventures. We are back, finally, with our Shadows Over Stillwater game. Um, it's been a bit since we played. There's been a lot of, things happening. And now we're back. Unfortunately, tonight will be Derek's last night. Solomon will be leaving us. We don't know how yet, but Solomon will be leaving us at some point. Oh, let me fix the Roll20 window. I fixed every
I
window
wonder,
but
if we have any dynamite? Can we just send him out in a blaze of glory?
I'm gonna say that it won't be the first time that someone in my cool Call of Cthulhu campaigns has gone out via dynamite. Dynamite has been a an issue before. But we're back. Last time we played Shadows Over Stillwater, our investigators are somewhere in the hills, to the north of the town of Stillwater. They have been investigating some strange happenings in this little town. They showed up here just to bring in a criminal named Hank Hanratty. They figured it would be a quick find him, catch him, and bring him back to the big city, turn him in for trial, and make a little bit of money. But things have not worked out that way. Something strange is afoot in this small town, and they have ended up in the hills, currently inside some sort of cavern system, where they've come face to face with some sort of snake humanoid hybrid people. Um, Olive is severely injured and has been for quite a bit. Has been taking some serious risks, and they did find Hank Hanratty, who had escaped after being captured earlier, but he is also not in great shape currently. But he and Sol have come to a tenuous sort of agreement that he is not going to betray them currently because they have a worse situation to deal with. So, with that, we're going to go around and say hi to everybody, and then we're going to see if everybody goes out in a blaze of glory tonight or if this is going to continue after this week. We'll find out. So, why don't we'll say hi to Callie first. Hi, Callie.
Hello. I'm Callie. I play Olive Archer. She's been dying for a while, probably dead. Who knows? Uh, and, she's a journalist, and she just wants to get the story. That's it. That's all she wants is to get the story. And man, does she have a story if she lives? Yeah, but that's that's it.
Yep, that's true. And how about you, Vex?
Hey, hi, I'm Vex, playing Kiyo, who is trying her best to keep Olive alive. Despite that, she has managed to not get hit a single time, despite putting her body in front of everything.
It's true. And D Sword, how about you?
Hi everybody, I'm Derek Sword. I'm playing Solomon Sol Henson, who also surprisingly has not been hit. It's strange that the squishiest among us is the one that has 3 hit points left, but here we are. Um, yeah, like Jeanette said, this will be my last session for this game, but I just wanted to say to everyone that this has been an amazing experience, a great game. Jeanette's a fantastic GM, and these players are amazing, and I've been very fortunate to play alongside them.
Well, thank you. And we appreciate having you. And if you haven't seen D-Sword DM before, D-Sword DM's awesome games too. Someday maybe I'll get into one of those games.
Oh, you are on the list for
Oh,
sure.
that's cool. But all right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. When last we played, you are all in this room. These strange troglodyte creatures came swarming down the tunnel. You put some of this technology that you found, this strange alien technology, these bombs and things, to good use. Some of these troglodytes are now paralyzed in this cloud of poison gas. But when we ended, a large hybrid snake person had emerged from the shadows from one of the two tunnels to the south. They were in a lab coat. They are carrying a couple of the what appear to be the explosive bombs that you've seen. They have one of those strange laser weapons, and they seem to be sort of surrounded by this somewhat shimmery energy field. Uh, Not really sure. You haven't dealt with that yet, but what do you all want to do as this is happening? As this creature sort of comes out of the darkness and is looking from the paralyzed troglodyte group, the dead troglodytes around you, and kind of looking at you all with this sort of intense anger, but also maybe a hint of consternation and fear at now. What would you like to do?
So it's not necessarily openly hostile, but it's like passively hostile.
It looks like as it emerges, it looks like it's much more sort of tentative as it sees what its allies look like they haven't fared well against you, and you all are very well armed.
Yeah, I mean, Saul's gonna at least point his. He's not gonna fire, but he's at least gonna point his gun at it because this thing kind of came out of nowhere. It's sizable as well. If we're not necessarily in combat, he's basically going. He's like, "Can you understand me?"
It looks at you and it sort of hisses in your direction. Seems like it might be trying to speak.
Yeah, I don't speak whatever that is. Olive, you speak a couple languages. You speak this one?
I do. Hello?
It kind of sticks out its tongue, runs it across its lips, and then it says, "You not be here."
All right. I'm sure you guys heard that.
Yes, it is. It is in English. It's a bit broken, like it's definitely not its first language.
Uh, we are here. Y'all shouldn't be here.
We here first.
Oh, I don't. Kiyo, you got anything? I don't want
Keo
to have
just
a
looks,
conversation about colonialism with a snake person, but
Keo just looks to the shotgun, looks to her shotgun. When you say, "Do you have anything?"
yeah, I mean that's the question is a loaded one, pun intended.
Keo's response is just, "We're here now."
We
So,
first.
well, too bad. Y'all can either kind of give up, or I mean, you seen what we can do.
It kind of moves away a little bit, like kind of almost like it's trying to circle back the lengthwise area of that room.
No, 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 no. You do that, I'm gonna shoot you.
How you come here?
I don't know.
We walked
Uh,
in.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't locked or anything.
It's like
Y'all been causing a lot of problems around here.
taking back ours.
Again, I think that's falling in the category of too bad. I don't know how to help you on this one because I mean, there's a lot of decent people out there, and they're here now, and they weren't causing you any problems, and now I'm assuming I am inferring from your presence and all the other weird happenstance that y'all's connected to that.
Mm,
You've been raising dead bodies. You've been doing that.
we set things back how they were.
how do you explain progressivism to a snake person? See, things have to move forward, or else they stagnate. I feel like I'm losing them. Olive, you're better with words. You got anything to say to this snake person?
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
What's y'all's name? We start with that. My name's Sol. Sol, this is Kiyo. I'm not necessarily sorry that we killed all your friends, but what's your name? We don't have to necessarily kill you.
6.
I'm gonna call you Seth. All right, Seth. Everything in me is saying just shoot Seth in the face and move along. Seth's been causing a lot of problems. I don't necessarily want to do that. I've spilled a lot of snake blood today, and there's a part of me that's a little conflicted about that. But Seth, I want to live harmoniously here. Is that something y'all we can do here?
We set you back. We come before. We in charge.
I mean, my good friend Shotgun says the alternative, and I mean, Seth, I don't mean to be childish about this, but first is the worst, second is the best, and I'm just saying, here we are. You don't seem to be very in charge of this here situation.
You literally, I was typing that in the chat. My shotgun says otherwise.
I am one. You not stop all. This is but one.
Oh.
All right, Seth. See, I really wanted us to be friends. I've been really trying to be on this kick of making enemies into friends. I got them 1 for 1 right now, but now you set my ratio to 1 and 1, and that ain't great for me. Seth, is there any way we're going to come to a balance on this, or are you going to be a dick about it?
What's his dick?
His eyes flicker to the tunnel, but he sees that the gas is still sort of floating in the air there, and he assesses that and knows he can't go that way. Then his eyes flick to the left, and he looks deeper down the other tunnel, and he takes the hand that's holding the strange beam weapon that you've seen Olive now use, and he just had it kind of still raised. He lowers it so that it's not pointing at anyone. But he doesn't say anything else as his eyes kind of flick from each of you.
He's gonna run.
I mean, he ain't gonna run far. He put the thing down. Seth, how can we work together? What's gonna make you happy?
You leave. Go back town. Leave.
All right. Well, if we do that, are you still going to be messing with people of Stillwater?
Does not answer you. He just stares at you intently.
Yeah, that silence seems like a yes, doesn't it? Okay. Here. Now I know what makes you happy. I'm going to tell you what makes us and the folks of Stillwater happy. Y'all just leave us alone. You can do your snaky stuff. You can stay up here in the mountains and mess around with your crystals. I don't know if amber is the color of your energy. I don't know, but just leave the folks alone down in Stillwater. They'll do their own thing. They won't mess with you any. And yeah, bygones be bygones. How about that? Stop kidnapping their people. Give us back all the kidnapped people. That's part of it too. You see where I'm going with this?
Need people to know if it's working.
All right. Okay, we're getting to the crux of the issue. To know if what is working.
The tests.
Uh-huh. Oh, please do go on.
The tests to set things right. Put you back in your place.
They get menacing. All right. I'm sensing a theme. So put us back into our place. Are you trying to... where are we going with this?
Make me an intelligence roll. Everybody can make it if you want to.
Is this something that Sol needs to know about the theory of evolution for?
Success.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 out of 80.
It's pretty good.
I got a 24 out of 75, so I also rolled pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Olive. Like, you kind of come to this more quickly. Sol and Kiyo and the doctor, sort of, it's taking a little bit to think of it, but as you're kind of standing there nursing your wounds, as there's this brief lull in this fight, you think about the strangeness in Stillwater, the sheriff forgetting and letting out Hank, and people just, especially the morning after the fireworks, like certain people didn't seem like themselves. Something was strange about their memory, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the store lady couldn't remember how to read or something like that, or count.
Yeah, school teacher was messed up too.
Yeah.
All right, so Seth, you trying to take our minds away from us?
Put them back how they should be.
What's wrong with them?
While we slept, you grew too smart, and we grew too stupid. Now we fix things.
Yeah, that's not going to gel with us.
Seth, I'm sorry. You sound like a real sore loser about all this. I mean, y'all literally just like slept on it. And I'm sorry you fell behind. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities in this growing country of ours. We're expanding every day. We're getting new states every other month. I think there's opportunities for you and your snake folk as well. Railroads probably coming through here in a day now.
Yeah, it's called Manifest Destiny. Oh, so it's Manifest Destiny.
Exactly.
It's like, Callie, you look so awkward there saying it.
It's very uncomfortable doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, westward expansion. You're an indigenous people.
Yeah.
The Americans are well known for their respecting of other culture at this time.
Manifest Destiny.
It's painful.
Seth, you can't take our minds from us just because y'all fell behind. maybe go back to sleep, or we'll, I don't know, fucking put you back to sleep. That's, I mean, that's the offer right now.
We fix what is broken now. We take from you and give back to our brothers.
I'm trying real hard to be diplomatic here. You're making it real tough. You can't fix what ain't broken. I mean, people, we got the right to be here just as much as you do. Just because you was here first, I don't mean nothing. I mean, you know, there's plenty of things that came before they ain't around no more, and yeah, you just gotta accept that sort of thing.
When we're done, you won't care either way.
All right, we're clearly getting nowhere here. Kyo, do you just want to blast this fucker in the face?
He looks from Sol to Kiyo. No.
Kiyo's just like, I'm going to put things back how they should be, and pulls the trigger.
He's gonna dodge if you shoot at him.
Oh, I hope so. I'd assume he is.
Alright.
Because otherwise he's taking a shotgun.
Alright, what did you roll?
I got a 1.
Oh, Nikes. Alright, hang on. Let me see a thing here.
Call this the old St. Patrick. Kick all the snakes out.
Yeah, let's see. Well, he succeeded, but he did not succeed as well as you did. So,
Yeah, I think mine's like a 1 out of what firearms? 1 out of 80.
okay, let me see something here. A 1 out of 8. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
That's
Alright.
almost, that's 7 degrees of success?
That is an extreme success. So how much damage do you do to the snake man? Or as we're calling him, Seth?
Oh, we haven't been calling him much for long. Except for Mush. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 19 points of damage.
Boy, boy. Okay, let's see. How much was that again?
19.
19.
19 I said, right? Is my brain going? Okay, good.
So, the bullet does pierce whatever this strange field is, but you see it visibly as it impacts it. It does seem to slow the impact of the bullet significantly, but then you watch as it goes and kind of disperses all around him. Where's his hip? I wrote it down. Oh, there it is. So he still needs to roll for that because that is a lot of damage, more than half his hit points.
This is my boomstick.
Oh boy. So you shoot him with your shotgun. It does go through this shield, even though it's slowed somewhat. And you watch as Seth goes flying backward against the wall, the crystal in his right hand tumbling away, and he hits the wall and collapses in a heap. He's still breathing, but He's apparently unconscious from the impact of the bullet and the subsequent slamming into the wall.
And with that, Kiyo kind of breaks the open of the shotgun and just puts another cartridge in.
He lies unmoving, just
go get the
inside the
crystal?
tunnel. You run over and pick up the crystal?
Yeah.
Sure. When you do, just roll me a spot roll as you run over there.
What the heck? I rolled a 6 again.
Nice.
Hey!
All right. So when you run over and you pick up the crystal, you notice hanging inside the coat on a small sort of leather loop. It looks like some kind of keys.
Some kind of keys?
I grabbed the keys.
Okay. So these they're kind of strange looking. They look like they're shaped like what you would think is a key, but they seem to have at the ends of them, it's strange because they seem to have like some kind of strange metal pads where the teeth of the key should be to turn an old tumbler.
Well, strange keys call for strange locks. So.
I mean, this place has been nothing but strange, so.
I'm gonna go over with my Bowie knife and coup de grace Seth, and also take out any of the other ones that might be unconscious. Because I mean,
Oh my
no,
God.
Kiyo's going to do the same. So she also has a Bowie knife. So
The doctor's like, oh, well, yes, okay. Yeah, they're mostly helpless, so you can in fact finish off those that are here.
you don't leave an enemy in pain with a chest full of buckshot. You
not only that, you don't leave them and then go further in where you get stuck in a choke point and potentially surrounded on both sides.
and that.
That's more what Kiyo's worried about.
Yeah. There's the honorable side, and then there's the logical side. And you just mash them together and make a nice sandwich.
Kiyo doesn't care about the honorable side. She just cares about the side of not getting killed.
That is very fair. All right, so you make quick work of those that are still hanging to life, and then you finish off Seth. Now, you didn't really get a good chance to look around in this room prior to when you got here because you were followed so quickly by these creatures, but you can see that throughout this room are many crystal vials containing many colorful liquids, metal shavings, herbs, compounds of all hues and consistencies. There's weirdly shaped crystals, curious metal tools, heating components, mixing bowls, and all manner of chemical and alchemical paraphernalia. There's also more of those strange triangular, like etched metal discs that you've seen elsewhere.
None of that matters too much to Sol, but he does look over and see Olive is mighty beat up. Can he do a first aid? See if he can patch her up a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, the doctor did last time, so until Olive can get like more consistent medical care, she is kind of in that situation that she's in. And Hank looks a little bit more worse for wear than even Olive looks at this point.
Has Hank gotten a first aid roll?
I don't think he has.
Okay, can I do that for Hank then?
Sure. There goes my pen.
I was like, hey, I'm not the worst in the group right now in terms of being almost killed.
The fact that I have 3 hit points means that Hank has 1 or 2. So
that, or he could have 3 and just have more HP than you. So technically, he'd be looking worse off by having more total HP. But still have the same number as you.
Well, now Hank has as many hit points as Olive after that first aid check.
Also, Jeanette, the triangle stones, Kiyo's gonna go grab those.
Okay, the metal etched discs.
Yeah. Are they? Hold on, I'm confirming. Are they the amber colored ones?
No, these are like strange metallic discs with weird
Oh,
etchings in them. They're very thin. They're triangular. They're kind of all stacked up and spread out on benches and tabletops here and
yeah,
there.
she'll be curious enough to go take a look at them then.
Do you want to make me an intelligence roll?
Sure. 49 out of 75.
So collecting these up, while you can't, you don't understand exactly what they say. You do realize that they seem like almost as if when you're in, say, I guess like loose pages in a laboratory of like writing. So these seem like
Mhm.
this is their version of text, maybe notebooks with information and stuff. But it would probably take a bit to try to figure out this.
So in other words, dump pocket, throw them in the bag and deal with them later.
Possibly.
Then that's what the plan is.
That's fair. So let's see here. So looking around, you came from the path to the north. You have the path to the south where Seth came from, which there was that cold air coming out of, if you remember last time. The temperature was much chillier than elsewhere. And then there's also the other path that heads one heads kind of southwest and one heads kind of southeast. So the southeast is the colder path that Seth emerged from, and the southwest goes further down. And Hank has told you that the path to the southwest is where the barracks were, where he was being held.
We should go that way.
All right. And Kiyo steps ahead of saying, I'll lead the way.
Yeah, what's the marching order? Olive, where are you in the marching order?
The middle.
I was gonna go to the front of the back, but I guess
No, those are the worst places for you to be. You don't attack the middle of the convoy to get it to stop moving. You attack the front and the back to get
No,
it to
I was
pin it.
joking, Vex.
Okay, I couldn't tell. Knowing you, that's exactly where Olive would go. She'd be like, I'm in the front. I'm leading.
I was gonna say I'll go to the front, but then like you said you would go to the front, and then I was like, okay, they want me in the middle because I'm about to die, and so I was like,
Yes.
I'll go to the front and the back.
Okay, so you group up again once you finish dispatching the rest of these troglodyte creatures and Seth, and you head down this southwestern tunnel. Hank is kind of leaning on you a bit, Sol, because he's definitely struggling quite a bit. He's actually says, if you want to leave me here until you can come back, I feel like I'm going to get in the way more than anything at this point.
I don't want to leave you here to get kidnapped or eaten.
Well, fair enough. All right, then, if you want to keep helping me walk, that's fine. And he'll kind of look back over his shoulder, looking to see if he sees anything in the shadows. When he doesn't, he keeps hobbling ahead. And this is a long tunnel. It kind of it descends slightly downward for a ways until you come to where it levels out. And as you do, it's a very large room. I'll show you this on. So it's a very large room that you come down into down here. And looking around, you think that you've kind of reached the lowest point. You don't see any other way to keep descending. You can see that the two large areas look like two conjoined sort of oval-shaped chambers. The walls are studded with small cells. Each of these areas are kind of fitted with metal barred doorways. So you can see all of these the prison cells here. The larger of the two oval prisons appears to hold a whole bunch of human prisoners who are kind of looking out at you from their cells. And there is a wide variety of people here. So you can see a middle-aged Apache man who is staring out from one of the cells at you. In the next cell, there's a younger Apache who is sort of lying listlessly, looking out on his side, his eyes very dull. A middle-aged Apache woman. She is muttering to herself and singing. And when she finishes the song that she's singing, she just starts it over again. You see in one cell a little bit further on, there is a young girl who's maybe 8 or 9 years old. She is sitting in the back of the cell. She is got her hands clasped in her lap, and she just looks sort of terrified. There is a grizzled mid-40-year-old prospecting-looking fellow who he is standing with his arms on, like, kind of between the bars, kind of hugging the bars where he stands. Then he wanders around his cell and then comes back and hugs the bars again. He'll pick up, like, the pillow that's in his cell, and he looks at it, kind of brings it close, pushes it farther away, brings it close, and then puts it down and starts walking in circles again. Let's see. You see a familiar face in the next cell. Do you all remember Hiram Colby? The fellow who, the scruffy prospector who sort of was wandering around town, seemed to be...
The one we were trying to keep as far away from all of as possible.
And speaking in hisses and all that, yeah.
Yeah, you see Hiram inside this cell. He is sort of looking out at you, sitting on the floor with his back to the wall. He just kind of stares at you blankly. He doesn't seem to, like, show any recognition whatsoever. And then there are 2 other prisoners. One is a lanky, younger man who's probably in his 20s. And he sees you come in, and he eagerly walks up to the bars. And he's like, "Oh, thank God, we're saved." And finally, the last person is a pot-bellied old man. He jumps up as soon as he sees you. A big old grin splits his face. And he's like, "Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. People, not snake people. Where the hell have you been? We've been here for ages. Oh, thank goodness. It's so good to see friendly faces." What?
Keep it down.
Shut your mouth.
Well, you're here to rescue us.
Not if you keep talking.
Well, I assume if you're here, you must have fought your way in, and it's now safe to release us and take us home.
Hey, Grant, shut up.
I don't understand. I do not understand. What? This is a moment of celebration.
I'm asking you nicely, please.
Well, all right then. My apologies, sir.
I go up to the one with the little girl in it, and I put myself against the bars, and I say, "Mandy?"
She looks like her eyes widen when you say her name, but she doesn't answer you.
"Hi, my name is Olive. I met your family. They're looking for you."
Make a psychology roll.
Oh, where did my thing go?
I think you're the only person who actually can make a roll like this.
I think the doctor could too.
Aside from the doctor, but I mean, the only
Viola.
ones here. Because I have a 10%. I have the base 10.
Yeah, I have a 38 out of 50.
Well, it's good because the doctor failed.
Okay.
So when you say her name, you know immediately, like, she recognizes her name. You can tell, like, when you mention her family, you can see in her body language that, you know, there's maybe that excitement, but you can tell that she's been so scared.
Yeah.
That she is, like, just literally, like, frightened.
Closed off.
Yeah, she will probably be fine, but she definitely is just... Snake people are scary, and she is just a terrified 8-year-old child.
I flip in my notebook to the to a sketch that I made of like the description they gave me of Mandy, and I'm like, look, it's you, and I don't know, look.
Her eyes go from the drawing to your face, back to the drawing. She's still kind of sitting there with her hands clasped in her lap.
Okay, we're gonna get you safe, okay?
Yeah, the keys.
The talkative fellow says, well, I hope you mean to take all of us to safety. Because, I mean...
You know what? I'm thinking about leaving you if you don't shut up, please.
My apologies, my dear. I've just...
No, it's okay. You don't just stop.
Kiyo is going to do a quick, like, I'm assuming we do a quick search of the room, and it looks like it's just these people here, no one else, no other snake people.
Yes, it looks like these are the only inhabitants down here.
All right, then Kiyo's gonna look to the other two, and I'll head to the entrance, entrance of this cave, just to make sure, just to be sure that nothing's try and get the jump on us.
So Kiyo's gonna go back up and toward the entrance.
I'll ping where I plan to have her go.
Oh, let me see.
I plan to have her go just to the into this room here.
Okay.
Not she wants to be still within shot, like they can still hear her. Gotcha. That's her plan, is to make sure that they don't get into that room, because it's a double. There's two ways enemies could come from in that room, so she wants to make sure at least that they're not boxed into one room. Okay,
so you make your way back up the tunnel that you just came down, back into the laboratory, where Seth's body lies amongst his fellow brethren and troglodyte followers.
Yeah, and she's just gonna keep her gun in hand and just keep an eye on the two entrances. Probably like sitting like 1 second. Let me just go back to that page. Probably sitting like around this area, just so she's not immediately obvious from the entrance in the room.
Why don't you roll me a stealth roll to see how stealthy Kiyo is in the moment?
What is my stealth again? I have a decent stealth. 50, and I rolled a 50.
Woohoo! Okay, so that is a success. Okay. So Kiyo goes up the tunnel. Olive and Sol, what are you all doing?
Now, I'm going to infer something, that the locks on the cells don't look like typical locks.
No, they don't.
For specific keys.
They don't. They look like they have some metal sort of indents where you would think a key would go.
Olive, use y'all's best judgment on getting these folks out. I'm going to talk to a couple of them. I'm assuming that the prospector individual matches the description of Virgil.
Let's see. Yes, indeed. So the prospector does appear to be Virgil Wright, the man that has been missing.
Okay. Hiram is the one that's throwing me off. Saul will go up to his cell. Your name, Hiram Colby?
Is that my name?
Oh, you're okay. You remember me? Have we met?
No, should I?
Probably not. I don't know. What do you remember, friend?
I've lived my whole life right here since day one.
And how long ago was day one?
It's hard to say, as I haven't been anywhere else. I mean, I've been here quite a while. I've seen a lot of them others come in and go out. Like that one there, he looked a lot better when he was here before, and he's pointing at Hank. And then he was gone for a little bit, and now he's back again, but he looks like something ripped him up fair good. But I don't remember you.
All right.
I think that little girl over there was here when I woke up here. And that funny guy with the beard. But most of them are new.
All right. Hey, all y'all, I'm going to need you to keep your voices as low as possible. We're going to try to get all y'all out as quickly and safely as possible. So let's make we're going to get y'all out. You're going to form an orderly single file line. Preferably, if you can have a buddy, we're going to do buddy system with this, and don't let your buddy get eaten by a snake. Sound fair?
The older middle-aged Apache fellow says in English, a little bit, stuttering. It's not as, he's not as good in it, but he says not all of them can take care of themselves. There is something wrong with their minds.
All right. Raise y'all's hand if you are still fully cognizant.
The Apache man raises his hand. The talkative fellow raises his hand. Let's see. The younger prospector, he kind of raises his hand about halfway up. Like, I think so. I think I'm fine. Hiram raises his hand.
We all press X to doubt that.
Otherwise, the very young Apache is still lying, staring at you listlessly. The woman is still singing her song to herself. The Virgil is continuing his sort of hug the bar and walk around the cell bit that he's been doing. Mandy is still sitting quietly with her hands clasped.
All right. So those of you which are mostly there, pair up with somebody who ain't. We're going to help them get out. Olive, do you mind taking care of Mandy? I don't mean to put that on. I don't mind doing it.
I don't mind. I
Right.
callied myself. I'm sorry. I don't mind. I will. Olive is very cautious right now. Can she? Maybe this is Callie being cautious. Can she look at the locks and see if there's any like booby traps? I don't know.
You can make a spot roll if you want to look and make sure that they're not trapped. I like
Very
that
rude, Bex.
this is when Olive goes cautiously.
I know. I rolled a 4.
Okay. You look at the locks carefully, and you don't see anything that makes you think that there'd be some kind of trap. They just look like
Okay.
you're just not sure how you would pick these locks. They do look kind of familiar, though. The shapes look pretty familiar to you, Olive.
No, I know that it's the key.
I know.
She knows it's the key. But she was just making sure, like, if she did put it in, it wasn't going to like blow up or something. Anyway.
That's fair.
So she
Mission is locking mechanism.
she puts in the key and twists it and opens it for the for Hiram first.
All right, yeah, so when you go to put it in, it doesn't even like require twisting. As the two metal plates get close to each other, the key kind of goes forward a little bit on its own, and almost like a magnetic connection. And as soon as the two plates touch together, there's a clicking sound, and the bars go, and just the door swings loose. And Hiram goes, "Well, look at that, you brought a key. Aren't you a smart one, huh? What'd you say my name was?" And he's looking at you, Sol.
Hiram, I also said to shut your dang mouth, but
Well, no, you told him to shut his dang mouth, and he
I
points
said
over.
everybody.
No, he said
everybody. be quiet.
everybody.
Well,
Everybody.
Well,
That wasn't all y'all. Y'all means one of you. All y'all means everybody.
I have a question. Can Kiyo hear this shenanigans going down from where she is sitting in her?
make a listen roll.
She's not really trying to listen super hard. So
Okay.
Well, they're also being
I got an
incredibly
11.
loud.
I got an 11. So
You hear Hiram when he says this, but it's not. It doesn't carry like too far, like beyond you hearing it in the lab area where you're at. There's a lot of tunnel between them and you.
all right. She just wants to kind of know if other people would be hearing this aside from just her.
No,
Probably not from the sound of it.
But as you are sitting there and you hear Hiram, you do notice there's this strange, like, you don't think it was there before, but maybe with all the action you didn't notice it. But there is this strange sort of like consistent humming sound, like but very low. Like if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't pick up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hard to tell where that's coming from.
All right. Either way, she's just gonna hold her position because that's what she's there for. Is just to keep an eye. Actually, while she's holding this position, she's gonna quickly just reload, change out the rounds in her gun because she knows right now where she's sitting at. She's not gonna get a really good shot at either of those tunnels using buckshot. So she's switching to slugs for now.
Fair enough.
She probably puts one slug in and as the first shot and probably a buckshot one as a second, just to be safe.
Sounds like a plan. So
take that one long range shot and then close with the buckshot.
Got to finish him off. That's painful. Damn. So
yeah.
So you get Hiram out of the cell, and once you kind of admonish him for being noisy, he sticks his hands in his pockets and sort of stands sullenly off to one side of Olive.
Okay. I'm gonna let all the people who raise their hand out first.
Okay. When you go over to the cell with the middle-aged Apache fellow, he gives you a nod of thanks and he says, "I am Deshkaya."
Deshkaya.
Yes. He motions over to the younger Apache who is curled up and just staring. He goes, "That is Noroso." And then he motions to the woman who is singing to herself, and that is Sonseare.
Do you know what happened to them?
The snakes. They had a bad air. They made us breathe. And some, like myself, are fine and others are not themselves.
Okay. Well, do you think that you could pick up him? And she points to the one on the ground.
He nods.
I don't believe that he will be moving by himself. And then she unlocks the rest of the ones that didn't raise their hand with Mandy first.
So when you unlock the others who did raise their hands,
okay.
the fellow who is very talkative goes to say something, then looks at Sol and goes real quiet. He's like, "Thank you," and steps aside and stands out of the way near where Hiram's standing. The younger fellow, the younger prospector, as you unlock, he steps out and he says, in a very hushed tone, he goes, "Thank you. Name's Prosper Dickinson. You can call me Pros." And he puts a hand out to shake your hand, Olive.
Olive Archer.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for letting me out of that cage.
You're welcome.
The talkative fellow's like, "Introductions. Well, I'm Jameson. Well, you could call me Jameson for now." He looks at Sol again, gets real quiet again.
Yeah. I can get Mandy. I say, it's nice to meet you all. Please be quiet. And I go get Mandy.
Okay. Disgaea will help Noroso to his feet, and when he gets him on his feet, it looks like Noroso can stand on his own, but he doesn't move. Like, Disgaea has to sort of guide him, and then he'll sort of follow. But as soon as Disgaea kind of takes away like the leading hand, Noroso just stops and stands there and doesn't keep going again. And then he helps Sansei Ray out of the cell, and she is still singing this song to herself as he does.
Is it loud?
It's not super loud. It's actually it's very kind of low key and melancholy. So she seems kind of almost it kind of depressive a little bit.
Get out of the minor scale, please. Let's go. I tell somebody to please help her, and then is Mandy like small enough that I could? She's like 8.
She's 8. You could carry Mandy. Mandy is definitely carryable.
All of okay, fine. I'll carry Mandy.
So here's the question: is it going to be a fireman carry? Is it a? Do you try to get her to do like the backpack ride, or do you scoop her up like and carry her like sack of potatoes?
Is she small enough that I could put her on my hip or something?
Your hip might get tired after a bit, but you could for probably a while.
She's like a Yoda thing,
Okay.
so you get your hands free.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do a Yoda. I'll make her do a backpack on my back.
So when you let Virgil out, he walks out on his own, and then he just kind of starts to wander. If no one kind of like stops him, he just kind of starts wandering around. He wanders into the empty cell that is open next to the one he was in, and then he wanders back out and stops and looks around, and then he wanders.
Who's Virgil's buddy? Where's Virgil? Virgil's buddy. Get Virgil.
Hiram looks at Jameson. Jameson looks at Hiram. Hiram's, are you his buddy or am I his buddy? And
You're
Jameson's
both his
like,
buddy. Go.
Jameson's like, oh, you're his buddy. Yes, you're his buddy. I'll help. And Hiram's like, all right, I'm his buddy.
Blind leading the blind. I swear to God.
All right, so we've got Hiram with Virgil. Disgaea is helping Noroso. Praz looks like he has stepped over and taken Sansei Ray by the hand, and he sort of looks like he's going to help her. And Jameson is kind of standing there between them all, like, looking very put upon not to chit-chat. He seems like he's struggling with needing to be quiet. And then you have Mandy. Olive.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
I'll look to Sol.
I mean, we got everybody. We might as well get them out.
Okay, everybody use the buddy system, single file, DuckTales and Bubbles. Let's go. And I start heading towards the exit, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go to where Kiyo is, trying to meet up with Kiyo.
All right. So Kiyo, as you're waiting there, handful of minutes probably pass, probably 5 to 10 minutes for them to get organized and get everybody buddied up. But eventually you hear the crunch of footsteps coming from the tunnel behind you, and when you look back, you see this strange sort of parade of people making their way up the hallway.
All right. So seeing that, she'd probably step out from where she was hiding, just to kind of make it know so they know where she is.
Kiyo materializes from the shadows in front of you.
So I kind of imagine that Sol has the back to try to make sure that, nobody left behind, sort of thing. And plus, he probably still is managing Hank, so he's probably a little bit slower than everybody. But
Also, because Olive has the kid. You don't want to leave the kid and Olive in the back.
Exactly. So I was gonna let Olive lead them at least up to Kiyo and let them go from there.
All
All
right.
right, yeah.
So you
Heck, you'll then take point.
all right. Kiyo, you notice that that humming sound has gotten a little bit louder. In fact, as Olive and Sol and Dr. Viola kind of come into the area, you notice it too. And Hiram's like, "Is that what? Who's whistling? Who's that whistling?"
I don't think that's whistling.
Sounds like a low whistle to me. Who's whistling? Y'all hear that?
Do we hear a whistle?
Make a listen check.
15.
Where's my listen?
Oh, 54 out of 60, so barely.
Hey, a pass is a pass is a pass.
All right. So, Sol, you don't catch this immediately, but Olive, you pick up on this low humming sound. And in fact, as you do, Kiyo and Olive, you also kind of feel like there's a slight vibration now under your feet.
Oh no.
Kiyo's like, we should hurry.
Yeah, I think we should run.
All right, we do so.
All right.
All right, everyone stay together. Let's go. Oh my god.
Hiram,
that's the exit,
Hiram
right?
was looking around,
Yeah.
and he looks back, and Virgil's kind of started wandering over toward the colder tunnel, like, oh. And Hiram's like, wait, that's my buddy. Hey, come here. And he grabs him, and he's like, this way, this way. Wait, which way? Is it?
This way.
Oh, that way. So you start to,
Follow the follow the small lady with the big gun.
so you start to kind of double time it a little bit, running up the secondary tunnel past the dead snake people and troglodytes that you left behind in the tunnel. And now, Sol, you suddenly realize, like, oh wait, what is that? As the floor starts to rumble a little bit more. So now there's this low rumble on top of this, like, more high pitched, like the tone has gotten a little more high pitched. And Kiyo and Olive, make me listen checks again.
I just passed with a 30 over 30.
A 10 and a 0 means 10, right?
Yes, yes.
It's 3 zeros that are 100. Okay.
Yes, 3 zeros, that's 100. That's the one you
Okay.
don't want.
Yeah, I got 3 zeros before. I'm just double checking. Yeah, so I got 10 out of 60.
All right. So, you both think that the sound seems to be coming from somewhere ahead of you as you're making your way up this tunnel toward the main entryway. It sounds like the sound is getting louder. It's coming from somewhere further up this tunnel somewhere as you're running in this direction.
Gotta keep going. This is the only exit we know.
Today is a good day to die. Let's go.
Isn't that just every day for Olive?
Might be.
It is.
All right.
She just wakes up and is like, I'm gonna die today. And I'm fine with it.
Every
You
second
ran
is
across the
one-
desert with no shoes.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
All right. So you come in as you're picking up speed and you're running from this, and those in your charge who are more aware are kind of looking around now, like, as they're starting to notice that you're a little bit concerned and the floor shaking is making them nervous. They're kind of picking up speed. Olive and the first half of the group, Kiyo in the lead running ahead, you kind of clear the tunnel into the main entryway where all those other tunnels kind of run off in different directions. You know, the exit's off and to your left. But Sol, you are brought up short as Pros, the young prospector fellow, who has been guiding this singing woman up the hallway with him, he suddenly comes to a full stop. Like, you basically run into the back of him, and Hank's like, "Ow! What the hell?" And he just completely stops and lets go. And the woman just stands there, singing to herself still, and he just is kind of just staring ahead with this sort of blank stare. And his breathing is kind of like,
Is he looking at anything? Or come on, friend, you gotta keep going. Let's go.
his eyes kind of are unfocused. Why don't you make me a psychology roll?
Come on, lucky roll.
All right, so you kind of,
Close.
you're like, "Come on, go," and you kind of wave your hand. He seems to have, like, all of a sudden there's a detach. He's not there.
Shit. Hank, how well can you move on your own?
I can move on my own.
All right, take the singing woman. Y'all keep going. I'm gonna see if I can get Pross out.
He goes over to the woman. He's like, "Very, very nice tune, ma'am. Let's keep moving up the. Come on, come on!" And he's like, kind of moving her along as he's got a little bit of a limp as he's going up the hallway. And Pross still just stands there, kind of staring around.
Hank will fireman carry him.
Oh, you're gonna try to pick him up?
Yeah,
Just
I don't know how big a guy he is, but
roll me a strength roll to try and scoop him up.
I got some luck. I'm gonna use 10 points of luck to make that a success.
All right, so you go to pick him up, and for a second, even as unfocused as his eyes are, he seems to kind of like fight you on it, and then you just manhandle and scoop him over your shoulders, and start following up the hallway behind the rest of the group. So, as the rest of you have entered the main area and you are making your way toward the exit, Olive and Kiyo, roll me spot checks.
What?
25.
55 out of 25.
All right,
So nothing.
Olive, you are too focused on all of the people around you and trying to make sure everybody's keeping up. Kiyo, a couple of things that you notice. The first thing is this whole complex since you've been in here, aside from that one tunnel where it was the cold air was coming out, there was kind of an even warm temperature in here. But as you're moving through this space, at first you took it for, just the heightened emotions and the pickup.
The adrenaline kicking.
Right. But now you realize, like, the temperature in here is definitely hotter than it should have been, like, than it's been. And and under your feet, as you're moving in your booted feet, you kind of like notice your feet feel warm, like the floor is hotter than it's been, like almost like the desert when it's very, the sun is beating down all day. And there's like this kind of haze around the walls, and the walls themselves almost seem a little brighter than they were before.
Something weird in that smoke that came after us.
And that humming sound has definitely gotten louder. In fact, everyone now is kind of picking up on the humming, and like the little bit of a rumble is picked up a little bit. And those that are not kind of out of their heads right now are looking more and more concerned and scared. Even Jameson has lapsed into silence and is just head darting around, looking back and forth, looking at the ceiling.
Kiyo just calls out, "Don't worry, just keep running." And she is going to keep booking it towards the exit.
All right, so Kiyo, since you are running full speed to the exit and guiding everyone along, you get into the tunnel and you start making your way along. Olive, you're kind of in the middle of the pack. You do notice Hank and Sol have fallen a little bit behind because Sol is now carrying Pross, who seems to have gone just, you see him just bouncing along on Sol's shoulders, and Hank is helping Sonsanare along while she is singing to herself, but Hank himself has, a bit of a limp. So even Sol has kind of caught up to him, but they're lagging a bit behind. So while you're entering the exit tunnel, they're still maybe about halfway back along the chamber.
Is Kiyo near me?
Kiyo was kind of in the lead, so Kiyo's a little bit further down the tunnel from you. The doctor's probably close by you.
But how strong is she?
I don't know. How strong is she?
I shout, Kiyo, Sol needs help! And then I run back to help Sol.
You have a kid.
I know!
Viola, as you turn to run back, Viola's like, do you want me to take her?
Yes, I give Mandy to Viola, yes.
And
Kiyo will turn on her heel and just turn to Viola and say, keep them going to the exit.
Hiram's like, are we going back?
Follow her. You keep going.
All right. Virgil, no, Virgil, come here. And he's like grabbing onto Virgil, who turned around too. No, we're not going, Virgil, come here. They say we're not going back. Come on. And he starts dragging him up the hallway.
Kiyo will literally carry Sol and this guy out.
Jameson Cobb, the talkative fellow, kind of picks up the pace, and he's like, I'll gladly go. I don't want to stay here any longer than I need to, my friend. And you kind of lose it as he outdistances you.
He
going
keeps
the
going.
direction.
Kiyo's going to turn back and go to Sol.
I go to, if I see Kiyo going to Sol, then I will help Hank in his weird endeavor to try to get out of here with somebody.
All right, so you're gonna go and help Hank with Sansonere.
Yes.
He's kind of, you can hear he's a little bit out of breath, and he's like, oh, thank you very much. Yeah, she's all right. She just don't move very fast. We just gotta, I don't know.
How big is is she small enough that I could pick her up? Is she a small person or?
She's on the smaller side, but I would say if you and Hank want to do that, put her between the two of you and lift her up, and kind of go. You could both kind of get a shoulder underneath an arm and just kind of go with her.
But Hank's out of breath.
You'll take pressure off of him.
Okay. All right. We can do it in between the two of us. Yeah.
All right. And Kiyo, you run back to Sol. So I would like, let's see. First, I'm going to have Olive roll me a power roll. I'm going to roll one for Hank.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Hank is struggling.
On struggle bus.
What's power?
POW.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what it was. I got a 17 out of 30.
All right, so you get an arm around the waist of this woman, and you get you're kind of leading her on. You are hanging in there all right. Hank actually ends up he has to kind of let you take the brunt of it and fall behind a little bit as you enter the exit tunnel, because he is just struggling really, really badly. His breathing is really kind of hitching now. The heat is, you can see he's kind of dripping now with sweat as the heat is increasing. He's like, I'm gonna catch him. Keep going. Don't wait for me. And then behind Kiyo, you have gone back. You see Sol is carrying Pross on his back. Fireman carrying him across the way, and Pross is completely just staring off into nowhere all of a sudden. What are you doing, Kiyo?
Well, I'll help Sol however I can to move faster.
All right, so what do you want to do? How are you going to help him with Pross?
Probably say, Sol, put him down and we'll carry him together.
Right.
Just take the pressure off of you. Kiyo is
down,
strong as fuck. Yeah. Probably really awkward because there's a pretty big height difference between Kiyo and
There is.
Sol.
All right.
She has so much power in one arm.
All right, so why don't the two of you both roll me a power roll? As the temperature has increased exponentially just in the last minute or so.
52 for me.
Very nice, very nice.
25.
All right, so you actually, even with helping Pross across the room, you catch up to and kind of overtake Hank a little bit, and he's kind of hobbling along behind, but he's making pace. He's just struggling a bit, and he's like, "Don't worry about me. Just keep him going, keep him going. I'm just gonna keep up." What do you guys want to do?
I mean, we're still just trying to
Do
move
you
our
let-
way
Gotta
out.
get the
All right,
hell
so
out of
you
there.
guys hang on to Pross. You let Hank kind of fall
Yeah.
behind you a little bit. All right.
Hank's falling behind?
He's falling
No.
behind just a little bit.
Is he still holding on to?
No, he ended up letting you go with him. Like he was dragging you down more than helping you.
God.
He did an olive.
What?
He's definitely doing an Olive. But Olive, you made it into the tunnel. You're making your way through. You can see like the rest of your people kind of have outdistanced. Like it looks like Viola's leading them out. They're probably almost to the end of the tunnel as you're kind of heading through. But Hank is definitely stumbling behind a little bit.
Is Pross putting up a fight at all, or does it seem like Kiyo would be able to handle Pross?
He is not putting up a fight, but he also was not moving on his own. Like when you guys are literally like, if you've got him between you, this is more of a, you each have an arm and an arm around him, and his legs are just dragging behind, and he is still staring to nowhere.
I was gonna say, in terms of power, how much power does Sol have compared to, like, I'm curious.
He has 65.
So Sol would know Kiyo can probably handle this better than Sol can, because Kiyo has a 75 in power.
Kiyo, I can't leave him behind. If you
You
got
him.
Pross,
I can take care of him. You can take care of Hank.
all right. He'll drop Pross's arm then,
And Kiyo will kind of readjust her one arm onto it, try to kind of flop him over her shoulder, probably.
Hank, I swear to God, move your ass, and if you get out of this, I'll carry you the whole way back myself. Let's do this. Come on.
So go ahead, Kiyo, and roll a power roll for you trying to carry Pross out of here on your own.
11.
All right, so Kiyo basically gets under Pross and is dragging him just bodily. There's 2 dragging feet marks behind Kiyo as she easily drags this large prospector fellow out of the tunnel. So Sol, you go back to Hank. All right, so roll me another power roll, and Hank is gonna see how he. Oh, Hank is inspired by Sol's push to get him moving. So he kind of.
And seeing Kiyo just fucking pull this guy behind her like nothing.
It's fair. So you do manage to kind of pick up the pace with Hank. So Olive, you get out of the tunnel. Now you are, a ways up on not too high. You're not like, you're about maybe a third of the way up the slope of this mountain, this peak here that you're at. As you come out of the tunnel, something that you notice is when you kind of look around and you look up at the very top of this peak, there is it is very bright. It is like the sun almost seems to be reflecting off the top of it. It is so bright, and the light coming from there seems to like intensify even as you watch. Like you even have to avert your eyes as you see how bright that is. And the doctor sort of is looking up at it, and she's like, I don't like the looks of that.
I know about this. Somebody said something about there being like a light inside of the.
Yeah, when you ran into Taza and his warriors when they met you at the top of the mesa.
Yeah.
They said something about a second sun at the top of the mountain. And you did notice as you went in, there seemed like there was something up there, but now it is there is an intense light coming from up top.
I hate that ask her if you could climb it is the first thing that came to my mind.
I mean, the outer, it does look like it's like you could scale this to the top if you wanted to, but it's a ways to get up there.
Set on all sides.
You also notice about, so like you're about a third of the way up the slope, another third of the way up before the top. You do notice that there appears to be maybe another entrance further up there. You can only you can tell because while you can see the light coming from the top, you also notice that there is this illuminated opening up there. So it looks like, oh, there may be another way in up there too.
I turn to Viola and I say, yeah, I gotta get the story.
She says, what? Olive,
Look,
no.
the reason I had diverged in the first place was because of this.
Olive, we have to go down. Kiyo and Sol are coming. We have to go down this mountain. You are in very bad health at the moment. What if you
I
fall?
love that Olive is like, snake people? No. Crystals that let you see across time and space? No. Kidnap people who are having their minds erased and placed into snake people? Not good enough. No one will read this shit.
No.
I need more.
It's the second son. No, it's the complete story. You don't understand. It's the complete story. I mean, I'm dying. I might as well go out with a bang.
If you die, how are you going to tell your story?
You'll tell my story.
That seems completely to defeat the purpose of you being an up-and-coming reporter.
I will know.
So, down the court, like about halfway back down the passage, Kiyo and Sol, you hear the voices of Viola and Olive, and you get the snippets of this, like, back and forth.
Kiyo already, as soon as she hears the doctor and Olive arguing, she knows what this is about. She doesn't need to make a guess. She knows that Olive's about to try something stupid. So she speeds up. She picks up her pace as much as she can.
Make me another power roll to see if you could increase your pace.
That's a 1.
Oh, well, Kiyo definitely picks up the pace. How about you, Sol? You're helping Hank. You've made up a little bit of time. Hank seems to be doing a little bit better now that you've given him some assistance. But you hear this argument, and you see Kiyo like suddenly just full speed dragging. Like Pross is no longer even like it's not even holding him now. She just has him by the arms and is just dragging him full speed down the corridor as fast as she can.
Yeah, come on. You gonna lose to Kiyo? Seriously? He's trying.
No. Hank tries to pick up the pace.
Part of me feels like Hank was about to say something there and just could not come up with something clever to say.
He attempts to pick up the pace and catches his foot, and Hank goes face first to the ground, and he actually cries out in pain as Sol, you hear like this singe, this sizzle sound as when Hank hits, the ground is hot enough that it seems like it burned him. Which suddenly doesn't bear well for Pross being dragged across the ground, but we'll worry about that later.
He's got pants on.
He doesn't seem to be reacting to it, though, but Hank reacts, and he yells. He's like, ah! He'll take a point of damage as he bounds back to his feet.
Oh.
He's got 2 left.
He does have 2 hit points left.
As someone who's gotten facial burns, oh.
Yeah, and when he stands up, you see, like where his skin touched the ground, he has been burned.
All right. Yeah, he's got to keep moving.
All right. So outside, Olive, what are you doing? You see Dakaya is guiding Noroso, the young man, down the slope. Hiram is taking Virgil down, though he stops every so often to look back at the glowing light. And then he has to run a little ways because Virgil starts to wander off left to right. And Jameson Cobb, the talkative fellow, is a few steps behind them, but kind of trying to make his way faster past them. Like, excuse me, pardon me, I have much to do and I need to get back to my cart, and I'm sure my belongings have all been stolen by ne'er-do-wells, but come on. And he's like pushing his way through to kind of get ahead. And he looks over his shoulder up at the glowing light and seems a little disturbed by it as he continues moving quickly. So Olive, it's you and the doctor. You can see down the tunnel, you see Kiyo madly dragging the form of Pross behind her, heading in your direction. What are you going to do?
Do I think Viola could take the other person that I'm holding right now?
Well, Viola has the little girl. Like, you gave her
Okay.
the little girl.
Yeah. Do I think she's strong enough to hold both of them?
Well, who else did you... I don't think you had anyone else.
I did. Yeah, I did. Didn't I?
Nope.
I took...
Hiram has Virgil. Oh, did Sanse Ray. Okay, so...
Yes.
Sanse is walking on her own. She doesn't have to carry Sanse.
Okay.
She's just singing to herself.
Okay.
Elephant?
Okay, I say, just... I have to see what this is. I have to. And,
Olive?
she leaves Sanseore in Viola's capable hands and runs up the slope.
All right, so Sol and Kiyo, as you're coming to the end of the tunnel, you see the little form of Olive dash sort of past the opening, and then some loose rock fall, and Olive has vanished from sight, heading in what is absolutely the wrong direction to descend the slope. And you hear Viola just like, Olive!
Be happy Kiyo wasn't there, because she would 100% shoot Olive in the leg and take her back like that.
Had the same thought. Sure did.
I mean, I also have a lasso, so...
How close are we to the exit?
All right,
now?
so basically, it's only moments later. Like, Olive gets a little bit of a head start going up the slope, and Kiyo is first to emerge. Kiyo, it's at the point when you emerge, dragging Pross, that what's that smell? And you see steam rising off the back of Pross, who is still just lying, like, his eyes looking up at the sky. He doesn't even like react. Like, his pupils react to the change in light, but he doesn't respond to it. And Viola looks down at him and looks at you. What did you do? And we have a problem.
I have a question. How far would she be by now?
What is Olive's movement rate? And what is Kiyo's? What's your dexterity, I believe? Let me double check.
It should say you don't have any.
Your movement rate is...
I think yours should be like 9 or something.
I think it is 9.
Mine's 7, so it's 2 less.
Yeah, so Olive is, I mean, she gets probably about a 30-foot almost, or so lead going up the slope as she's scrambling up, trying to as you look up and you get out there and see, she's heading for what appears to be an opening that's glowing with light. Now you see, and you kind of have to cover your eyes a little bit, how bright that light is up there.
I have a question. Is the movement rate, is that how far you can move in around, or is that like correlate to a different movement speed?
It's basically how far you can move. It's like where is it in here?
Because if I can get within 5 feet of range, I can lasso her. And all else fails, I have a shotgun loaded with a slug.
Everybody wants to shoot Olive, who's already injured.
She's being a dumbass.
That's what she
Who's
does.
She wants to get the story.
Dying does not. If you get the story and then you die, none of us can tell your stupid story.
All right, let's see.
You didn't give any of us your books. You are literally going to die with your books.
You're all gonna have to make up the details. All right, so movement.
I was thinking I get up there, I write it real quick in my notebook, and then I throw it down.
Except, what if you don't get up there? Clearly, all of us.
Well, let's hope you last. This is a character that I literally do not
one of us
think
can
about.
shoot you in the leg, so you drop down here.
All right.
I will die.
You'll fall unconscious. You won't die.
So, what's your size, Olive, for your character?
Size. I have 60. Now.
Okay, what's your strength?
45.
And what's your dex?
70.
All right, so your movement is actually an 8, so you're a little faster than Kiyo.
Only one.
And
wow,
so,
I'm
movement
surprised.
is basically, so it's basically like how many yards you can move. So you can move up to 5 times your movement. So if it's, so you can move pretty quick.
Can I get close enough to hear if anybody's like talking up there, and then like I'll turn around?
So as you're running, the thing that you hear is you definitely hear the that sound, that humming.
Okay.
Is very loud from there. Kiyo, if you run up the slope after her, how close do you have to get to use your lasso?
5. It's a range of 5.
Range of 5. You could get where you think you're just about within range, I would say, to try to lasso her. And Sol, you, at the point where Kiyo has run up the slope, you would emerge from the tunnel with Hank. So you see Olive, Kiyo a little ways further down, and Dr. Viola starting to move her charges down the slope, but yelling up at Olive.
I mean, he's got Hank. He can't drop him onto the hot stone again. I feel bad for Olive with Kiyo going after her, but
You also see the prone form of Pross just lying there outside the opening where Kiyo left him. And Viola points at him and says, "I can't do anything else about that."
is he basically like just cooking on the hot stone right now?
I mean, maybe. There is some smoke coming off of like
A little bit of sizzle.
A little bit of sizzle.
Oh shit! All right. I guess I'll try to drag him along too. Let's make this a thing.
So I rolled to throw, and I got a 5.
Okay.
Which is 1 degree of success. So I got a success, and then I because I have a 20 for throw.
All right. So Olive, you're running up the slope. Do you try to dodge the lasso? You would
No, I wouldn't know where it was. So no.
So
this is the Callie decision.
That's fair.
No.
All of a sudden, you feel this pressure around your waist, and then Vex does Kiyo tug on the rope?
She is just gonna tug and try and stop Olive's forward momentum.
There is sudden pressure, and then you suddenly feel something pulling you backward down the slope.
I go with it, I guess.
I love how quick Olive's like, "This is a really good idea. I need to run," and then just like, "All right, I give up already."
All right, so
I thought about it. I don't want to die.
What a die! I don't want to. All right,
I have 3 hit points. I don't want to die.
it's very fair. All right, so as Kiyo lassos Olive and starts pulling her back, and Olive does not fight and starts to come back down, and Dr. Viola is leading her charges down the slope a little ways, and the rest of your charges have covered a bit more distance. They're almost to the bottom of the slope to where it levels off to flatter ground. Sol, you have Hank and you have the prone figure of Pross. So what are you doing there?
So I kind of imagine he's got Hank at least like arm around his shoulder, and then he's just kind of like maybe grab Pross by like the scruff of his shirt and is trying to at least keep his head from like being face down on the stone
All right.
and just kind of dragging him along that way.
All right. Make me another power roll there, Sol.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so you are able to continue to guide your charges as you exit the tunnel and are proceeding down the slope. As you get about 15 feet or so down, and Kiyo, you almost get Olive to the point where she is back to where you are, there is a large rumble. The ground shakes even more so, and that high-pitched sound suddenly goes to almost like, a tea kettle whistle for a beat or two, and then there is a very large and the ground just sort of really shakes beneath your feet. I need everybody to make me a dexterity roll, please.
Oh no.
As Kiyo and Olive, where you are above the exit tunnel that you came out of just a little bit, all of a sudden there is this hot air first kind of outward, and then this molten sort of lava like material spews out of it as well. Also, you see the same up above you from the small tunnel opening that Olive was rushing toward.
I'm so
There's
glad I
another
fucking stopped you.
explosion, and further up where the big bright light was, there is this blast of hot air and debris, and then this liquid fire flowing out into the air above you. All right, so
Let me go, Vex, please.
I am going to be using luck
Please.
points to make up for that 4.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
have to roll for Hank because Hank is with you.
I managed to pass by 2.
That's
I
fair.
managed to roll a 23
Oh no,
over
Hank!
25.
Poor Hank. All right, so
99. Hey, at least it's not 100.
all right, so
Kelly, what's your dex?
what did Olive get?
70.
What did Olive roll?
I got
so
a
you don't-
99.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I that's why I reacted the way that I did, because I dropped one and I looked back and I see 90 on here and I'm like,
I might have a baked
please.
olive.
And then I look back and it's a 9.
All right, so Kiyo, you make your dex roll, correct?
Yes. I barely passed, but I passed, so it's a pass.
All right. So you, as this happens, are able to duck and take cover in some of the rocky crevices of the slope here. And as this hot molten material sort of spews out and like splashes around and the rubble falls, you actually are able to get yourself in tight enough against the cliff face that you don't take any damage. Not only that, but you secure yourself in place and the explosion doesn't throw you off your feet. Meanwhile, Hank, dear Hank, let's see. I gotta roll this for Hank. Nope. Okay, so Sol, you have you kind of have an arm where you've got Hank, you're helping him and you're dragging Pross behind you. There's a moment where Hank's there and then Hank isn't there anymore. Like you in the moment when the explosion happens, Pross is sort of thrown at you, and you and he manage to tumble but not fall. So you've got this large lanky fellow kind of in your sight, and as you get your vision clears and you look around, you don't see Hank. Hank was here, Hank's not here. You're not sure what happened to Hank. Oh, Viola. Let's see, Viola. How's she doing with her charges? Dexterity roll. Oh, nice. Somewhere down the slope, you do hear the doctor yell a warning, and Sol, you see her cover Mandy's head and just take a dive for cover as she's almost to the bottom. You see Hiram, Virgil, and Jameson, who had just gotten to the lower part of the slope. Jameson is full running. Just running across just to get away from any falling debris. Hiram is still, he's basically got Virgil by the beard, and he's just running, holding onto his head, running, pulling Virgil by his beard, opposite direction from Jameson, but those two are making their way away. And you also see, it looks like Dakaya and Noroso, the older Apache and the young boy, they took a tumble. They look like they took got a little bruised by the fall and some debris, but they're moving. Like, he's sitting up, and they look like they're bruised, battered, but okay. And Olive.
Hang on.
Yes, Olive. What can we do for you, Olive?
So I'm trying to decide if I should use my luck points.
You have it. Also, Callie, you have advantage. You know that, right?
Oh,
I do?
That's a good question. Let's
Yes,
see.
you still have that on your, at least on the overlay. You have advantage.
I will say, yeah, all of you, each player has one advantage.
I think because we got that donated in our last game, I think,
So
actually.
what that would mean is you could re-roll that tens die and take the better roll if you want to spend the advantage.
No matter what, you can't do, well, you can do worse, but not by much. Actually, no, you can't do worse. It's mathematically impossible for you to do worse. Did you roll another 9?
What'd you roll, Callie?
Roll an 8.
That's better. That's 10 less. That's 10 less luck points you have to spend now.
But I'm wondering if I should do it. I have 3 hit points left, and I don't know. Should I just let her go?
Why would you want to let her go? That's the end. That means, Callie, that means she's dead. Potentially.
Oh, at this point, she's basically dead. All right, I'll use the luck points. How much luck points do I have?
14. You need to succeed it. You need to succeed. I don't know how much you have, because...
No, I would need to use 19, wouldn't I? Because I have 70.
Oh, I thought you said you had 75, so 19, yes. I thought you'd said...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll use 19 and keep myself alive. I'm very scared. Okay, so now I have significantly less luck points, but I am at 70. 70 out of 70.
All right, so there is an instant Kiyo where you have Olive by the rope, and then the whole world explodes around you. And you realize as you start to kind of shake off and shake the debris out, like the dirt out of your hair and the loose rocks, there's no more tension on your rope. Make me a spot roll, Kiyo.
33, which I think fails. Yes, it fails for me.
All right, so
I have a 30.
So you see no sign of Olive in this instant. Olive is nowhere in sight, and your rope that was attached to Olive, it has been burned or cut or severed. Like, you pull it back, and there's no Olive on the other end of that rope.
Shit. Well,
Rip a dip, boys.
she is going to. So I have a question. Is there still like the stuff coming out of the mountain?
The initial explosion was the worst of it. There's still like oozing out of the tunnel you all just came out of is a like a run of like this hot molten metal, like, that's been just melted away and is dripping down, but it's not like a continuous eruption like a volcano would be.
Okay, so I look somewhat safe here.
You think unless something else blows up, you're okay for the moment.
Okay. she's gonna stay there and just kind of keep an eye out for Olive, though she's not seeing anything.
All right. So Saul, you have Pross kind of in your lap. The two of you are in this little kind of a gully between a couple of large boulders. No sign of Hank anywhere. Like, he was there and he is nowhere in sight.
Would this perhaps trigger Saul's claustrophobia?
Very likely.
Okay. Fuck. Yeah, he's gonna look wherever he could figure that Saul or Hank might have reasonably gone under one of the boulders. He's gonna yell, Hank, you around?
Make me a spot roll. All right. So as you say, Hank, are you around? And you get up, you kind of move Pross off of you. He seems less worse for wear. Still distant eyes, not focused. As you kind of stand up and look around, and you're shaken by what just happened. You're freaking out a little bit by the close quarters. You kind of get your head up above where the rocks are that you're hiding kind of between. You see Kiyo sort of staring around, holding the end of a burned rope in her hand, looking. And then you kind of look down the slope, and you see about 50 feet or so further down, Hank is on his side, up against a rock. He does not look like he's moving. It looks like he got thrown by the blast.
All right. So first thing is we got to get out of this, in between this literal rock and a hard place. I'm going to throw Pross, kind of like try to toss him out. I'm going to slap him in the face real quick too and see if that does anything. Just come on, buddy.
Make me another psychology roll with an advantage when you smack him.
Hey,
Damn close.
What's another 4 points?
Just keep pushing that luck, right?
Why not?
All right, you slap him once, and he doesn't seem to respond. You slap him a second time, and ow! What'd you hit me for? What? Why is my ears ringing? What the hell? What the hell just happened?
Right here. Run out. Let's go.
What?
I ain't carrying you no more. Let's go. Come on.
He looks down and he's what? Ow! Everything. Would you put me in an oven? He gets up, like you could see where like there's scorch marks all on the back of his clothes where he was dragged. Like the skin is red and like mottled a little bit where like the heat was cooking him. Well, how long have I been laying out in the sun? And he starts to like make his way down the slope, like around the boulders. Kind of hobbling a little bit from the pain of it. Like he looks like he's a bit worse for wear from his drag down the hallway trip. He got pretty cooked.
And if he's now mobile, Saul's going for Hank. He's gonna see if he's still alive.
You start down the slope after him, heading in the direction of Hank. You do hear from down the slope, the doctor is like, Kiyo, where's Olive?
Where in the world
is Olive the reporter?
Oh. Where is she?
Callie's lost her mind again.
It's possible.
I am. I'm scared.
Yeah, Kiyo's just gonna start looking around again, see if you can see her at all, and she's not gonna say anything back to the doctor yet.
All right, Kiyo, roll me another spot check.
I just passed this one. I got a 27 over 30.
All right, so you look, you ignore Viola, you look, and then you see, it looks like, that might be a foot sticking out behind that rock over there.
Kiyo's gonna bolt to the rock.
All right, you bolt over, and there is, in fact, a booted foot And you recognize those boots because, Olive is very
I've seen
specific.
her forget them a few times.
Yes, and it's definitely Olive's feet sticking out from kind of between a couple of boulders, completely buried in dirt and rocks and debris.
Okay, but like it doesn't look like there's anything super, super heavy over her.
Hard to say when you get there. I mean,
She's gonna start trying to move everything off of Olive.
all right, you start trying to clear off, like, would you probably go for the head first?
Oh yeah, no, the head first because she knows. Actually, head and chest area
All
because
right.
she needs to breathe.
So you start to clear, and Olive, all of a sudden, you feel like your eyes are closed. You're just lying there, and all of a sudden, there's like light as you feel hands moving across. You feel like rocks scrape your face. If you open your eyes, you see Kiyo kind of upside down over you, like pulling and wiping you off. You are lying there, staring up at the sky. You're not dead.
Do I take any damage or something?
You made the dexterity save, so no, you took no damage from that. Because you spent the luck to make the save.
Okay.
Hank did not make the save.
I didn't think so. I could end up like Hank. If I didn't use my luck.
And I don't know why you wouldn't either way because you'll die eventually.
I know. That's
once
why
your luck runs out.
That's why I was like, should I just let her go? Because she's got 3 hit points, and I don't know how long she's gonna hold on.
I mean, we've probably done anything crazy. We've finished. Well, we're finished for a while because you're almost dead. But yeah, no, Kiyo's gonna keep on unburying her and just kind of say, "You're not dead yet. You're not dead yet." Kind of reassuringly to Olive.
So as you clear away the debris and you see Olive, like, her eyes fly open, and you start clearing her off, and she's breathing, and she seems uninjured by it just looks like she tumbled away and landed here and was saved from the blast. Down below, Sol, you run, and you get to where Hank is just lying up against this boulder. It looks like this must have stopped his fall down the hill, but his back is to you. He's kind of on his side, just lying up against it.
Yeah, I mean, Saul's gonna roll him over to check for a pulse.
You roll him over and make me either a medicine or first aid check to sort of assess the situation.
Okay, what is my... Oh, medicine's a 1, first aid's a 60. That's yeah, okay.
All right, so you roll him over. He is in really bad shape. There is a big gash on his head where he hit the rock. You think that he needs immediate care. He looks like he's in trouble.
How close are we to the exit? Do we know?
Well, you are out of the mountain. You are now.
We're out of the mountain.
Yeah.
We're just kind of dealing with the aftermath of it.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna yell for Viola and try to just get Hank to safety. He'll try to sling him over his shoulder. 2 firemen carry him, and try to get clear of the danger.
All right. As you go to sling him over, go to pick him up, you notice that he doesn't seem to be breathing in that moment when you go to pick him up and throw him over your shoulders. And Viola is she has given she looks around and she puts Mandy down and puts her in the care of Dekaya and is running back in your direction as fast as she can. But Hank is as you go to pick him up, you realize oh no, he must have just stopped breathing.
I don't know that Saul knows what to do. I'm not even sure CPR has been invented at this point. Yeah, he's just yelling for Viola. She's the doctor. He ain't breathing. I want to take back corpse. That's not. God damn it, Hank. Damn it, Hank.
All right, so she will run over and she leans down over the top and she is looking him over. She's like, "Oh my god, these are serious, life threatening. I don't know if we'll be able to bring him back from this." And she is going to let's see, what's her first aid? So she kind of rolls him over. She opens his mouth. She like clears out his airway, um, and she is just trying to tend to him quickly. She looks for where there's wounds. She's like, "Quick, wrap that he's got a leg wound. Look there, he's bleeding." And she's like, "Wrap that quick. We don't want him to lose a lot of blood." And she manages to kind of like, she's like, "Help me get him on his side." And she sort of gets the airway clear a little bit. He seems to be breathing very shallow, but he is severely injured.
I mean, as long as he's alive, that's step one. Yeah, I can't remember if we had horses or not.
I believe you did, but
We-
you left them like back at the trailhead. Like,
Yeah.
Can he see Kiyo and Olive?
there's a little bit of time while you're dealing with Hank that you don't, but eventually Keo and Olive do emerge on the slope up above you.
All right. Yeah, he's just, come on, gotta get out of here. Whole place is going to hell.
I assume Kiyo is helping Olive walk at this point.
Probably. Olive may have run her last run for a little bit. There is smoke rising from the top of this slope. There's smoke coming out of the two tunnels in the side as you make your way down. Kind of have to cover your mouths a little bit with handkerchiefs or bandanas to kind of get down away from the smoke and out of it. And when you get to the bottom, most of your charges have kind of moved further off, maybe 100 feet or so out away from this area. So it is you, 4, and the unconscious, severely injured, possibly dying form of Hank Hanready on the ground at your feet. The doctor looks up at all of you. "I don't know if he's in any shape for us to move him. We might have to bring help to him."
How long do you think it'll take for how long do you think he'll last?
It's hard to say. I mean, he may not make it. It's touch and go. He may be gone before help gets here, but we can. I mean,
what kind of help? She's the doctor. I mean, we don't have. There's not even no real doctor in town. There's that one guy, but he seemed a little off.
well, I mean, if we could, unless we can figure out a way to carry him back, or someone stays with him and we go and we get a cart or something, and or more people to bring him back.
You best to stay with him. I'm assuming between the group of us, Kiyo and Sol have the best riding skill. Is my assumption.
I would assume the same.
Well,
What's your riding
You two didn't get thrown out of your horse saddles like the others did either.
But I mean, that
That's
doesn't
true.
mean anything because Callie is extremely unlucky at times.
Yeah, I
You
just
got a
rolled a
50,
99.
What's your riding, Callie?
I don't think. Where the heck?
It's
What did I get?
under psychology over top of rope use.
Literally.
Ride, RIDE.
Oh. No. Head.
How is it a 10? How do you have less
I
than the
don't.
starting? Okay. So you just have a 15 then? What's
Yeah.
your... Okay, so I think, yes, yeah, Sol and Kiyo are the fastest too. And I think also in terms of, yeah. So, yeah, Kiyo will just look to Sol and say, let's ride quick.
Well,
Well,
the doctor
well,
looks
run.
around and says, "Well, what if I stay and Mr. Solomon stays? We'll look after Hank, and you Kiyo, go ahead. And Olive, can you be responsible to take these others? I don't think the rest of them should stay here any longer than they need to.
Yeah. Question for the group. I don't know why I have an accent. For some reason, I'm thinking my other character. Do you guys think that we should take them to like these
City?
The
not the
Apache?
city, but like to the Apache? Yeah, I thought it was the Apache, but I was like,
I
it's not.
mean, I don't know if we
The
know where they
Apache.
are exactly, right? Because they probably have moved since.
Well, you know you ran into Taza and his warriors out. It may be possible that, I mean, they may have noticed this. They may be around if you go back to where you saw them. You know, like there is the possibility that they are still either nearby, or if not, I mean, this probably drew some attention. What just happened here?
Yeah.
You know, if
Probably.
nothing else, you at least point Dishkaya in the direction where we saw him last.
Yeah, Dakaya, could also. You do have Dakaya
Yeah.
with you, who's in his right mind. He could tell you where their village is.
Yeah, my thinking is that the like you said, the guy in the city is not like the best doctor that we've ever met. So maybe the Apache have healers and could tell us what's going on with
Maybe.
them.
That's a good thought. Yeah, end goal is to get everybody back to the big city.
Everyone to get back to their respective homes to be the more correct term there, because there are some people
But
who
I don't want to give Mandy back to her family and her still being in this PTSD state.
I mean, didn't you roll well enough to know that she'll be fine after a little bit? She's just terrified right now.
Well, what about...
Also, they have not invented the drugs to help treat with that.
Yeah, at this point, they're just giving her, like, cocaine.
Laudanum.
Yeah.
Laudanum.
Okay, not PTSD.
Opiate.
I don't even think PTSD. No, PTSD wasn't invented. No, PTSD hadn't been created yet because shell shock was PTSD, but they didn't have a name for it yet, and so they named it shell shocked.
Yeah, I don't even think they had shell shock at this
No,
point.
shell shock was World War
War.
One.
They would have.
Shell shock was a World War One thing.
Yeah,
because that's when the first big time like shellings happened, really.
Yeah. Civil War is just like, oh, he's just sad.
Yeah, or he's just freaking out. He almost died. He just needs to walk it off, rub some dirt on it. But yes, Kiyo will just take him to there and see if they have anything. I'm gonna go back and get my cart.
Okay.
All right, so
yeah,
Dr.
Kiyo's gonna
Viola,
take off,
and you're gonna leave Sol with the doctor.
Kiyo will look to Olive and hand her shotgun. Say, you might need this just to be safe.
Oh gosh, Olive's gonna shoot herself in the foot.
shoot your eye out.
All right, so Kiyo.
Well, I give Kiyo my notepad and I say, just in case anything happens.
It's very, very apt that you hand that to Kiyo, considering she has literally taken no damage.
All right, so Kiyo runs ahead to go back and find the horses, to go back to Stillwater and bring back a cart.
She has her own cart, so she'll just grab that, yeah.
Olive, you are responsible for the rest of the people you have rescued, and if you go and you speak to Dakaya, he can tell you that that their village is not as far as Stillwater, and that he can, show you the way to go. And so you leave Viola and Hank and Sol at the base of the hill, base of the mountain, the smoke still rising up above, as you all split up to go and bring help and see if you can save the life of Hank Hanratty, who has been severely now injured as this underground strange snake laboratory has exploded for some strange reason. And I guess that's a good spot to close it for now. So I guess we'll find out what happens next time. Olive is still not dead.
Somehow.
I will say, Olive, if you had failed the dexterity roll, you very likely would have died.
Okay.
It was a d6 damage for the initial failure, and then a luck roll to find out if you got thrown down the hill, which was then 3d6 plus 6 more damage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Which is what
3d6.
happened to Hank.
3d6 is almost as much as Kiyo's shotgun.
Yeah, the only reason Hank didn't die instantly is because he was slowly injured but never took a major wound. So
Yeah.
So that's the only reason he didn't die instantly. But
That's
now
really
he's
lucky.
very badly, like, mortally wounded unless he can get some more serious aid at this point.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I ever took a major wound.
You took
either.
one.
I
You took
did?
one. I'm pretty sure you took one from the snake, the big snake person.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, because major wounds are worse than like if you don't have a major wound. If you have a major wound and you go to 0, then you are dying. So basically, that's the only reason why Hank wasn't dying, was he did not have a major wound. So Olive would have been in a much worse situation had she had failed that roll and taken that damage. But
She's
all
still
right.
holding on. I'm still holding on to her, even though she's slowly falling down the hill.
Yep. So on that note, why don't we we'll go around and we'll do some plugs. So we'll start with Vex.
Hello, I'm Vex. You can find me on Twitter at VexyHexy. You can also find me streaming every other. So for the first game, Callie knows this is Callie, a game Callie's a part of. Every other Thursday at, I think it's like 8:00 p.m. EST. We play Saffron Academy over on my channel, a bubblegum shoe magical school game where our group is an absolute disaster, pretty much. My character is a disaster cat girl lesbian, so who has an angel for a mom, and not like wings and Halo angel, biblical angel. And Callie plays a disaster bunny rabbit who
It's just a
drew
disaster.
Scotty's character. What was it, like shirtless with a plate of croissants?
Yeah. Because that was the first thing that came to my mind. Was they shirtless?
I can't remember.
I know that the second thing that came to my mind was the bunny in the same as in a JoJo
In a
pose,
JoJo
with, like, a
pose.
JoJo body. Yeah. So,
But yes, it is chaos as hell, and it is super fun. So come follow for that. Also, on Sundays at 1:30 p.m. EST, my girlfriend runs a masks game called another one, Starfall Academy, where I'm playing that as well. And I don't think... No, this is one of those few games that I don't share with Callie. Because Callie and I have a lot of games together. And it's a super-powered school a la X-Men, where it's pretty much X-Men, but kind of we're doing it our way. Our characters are all students. I play the class that's called the Doomed, which is more or less my character is slowly dying due to her powers or whatever my character its powers. And yeah, she got thrown through a building's roof and then launched herself through the building's floor and then launched herself through the floor to attack someone. Because our teammate decided, I'm going to do fastball special, but upgrade that shit. It's a fun time, and I'm super excited to see what happens next episode. And that's it for me.
Nice. How about you, Callie?
Hi, I'm Callie, or Cap Callie on Twitter. I am an artist and I do art. I write and draw sad things most of the time. But I usually have commissions open. I will not have commissions open until after my birthday, December 16th, because I have finals coming up and I'm very artistically drained. And so I'm just going to take a little break. But after December 16th, I should be able to get you your art before Christmas, hopefully, if you commission me. And my next game is tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Scotty Hood's channel. And it's Mr. Kren's Valley. It's a Humblewood / Curse of Strahd game where I play a Mopok raccoon girl who is just she used to be so happy, but she died and her son died and like most of her friends are about to die. So, whatever.
That sounds so far so Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, it's fine. Strahd, it didn't totally just show up in the last session and a revenant tried to kill us. It's fine. And then my next game after that will be Vaccine on Friday, also on Scotty Hood's channel at 7:30. And a bunch of sad stuff happens there. One of my characters is bad, and one of my characters is like a comic relief, and so it's fine. Everything's fine. Check it out. That's it for me.
Outstanding. And D-Sword.
Hi everybody, I am Derek Sword. If you want to follow me anywhere, the best place is Twitter. It's dsword16. If you're looking for any of my other games, on Friday evenings, I am on Graham Cracker's channel, where I play a 5e campaign as a swampy bugbear / hugbear named Griaz. He recently just got a mimic shield pet. What could go wrong there? Saturday afternoons, at least for this coming Saturday, I will be on O'Foray for Ashes of Azmoran. It will be our kind of mid-season finale. We'll take then a month break and come back in January. But I think in that one, my character is going to have a wedding right in the middle of a devil incursion. Again, what could go wrong? I'm also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. If you enjoy monsters and learning about them and potentially smooching them and taking them on dates, check that out wherever podcasts are found. We talk about all different types of cryptids and creatures and miscellaneous abominations, and we analyze them, tell their story, and then figure out if they are the most smoochable monster in that episode. It's a lot of fun. And yes, this is, again, to reiterate, my last episode. So I did want to say again, Jeanette, you've been phenomenal. You're an incredible GM. It's been such a pleasure playing with you. Vex, Callie, you're both wonderful. I hope to play with you both again many, many times.
Hopefully.
This has been an absolute pleasure. And I'm sad to go. I wish I didn't have to.
We're going to miss you.
I appreciate that. Best of luck.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Olive, don't die. Although if you do, you can play Sol. So there you go. You get a backup.
Yeah, there you go.
Then you have a character who can actually run into danger.
Yeah.
Saul loses all inhibition, just starts running at danger for no reason.
Honestly,
Just throws his
if Olive
shoes off
died,
and-
I was going to be like, here's Duncan's character sheet.
You play Duncan
Totally
or
fine
Hank.
with that.
Yeah.
Duncan or Hiram.
Oh gosh, Hiram.
Oh God.
But
not
you
new-
can
not
Hank
new
sheet
Hiram.
next, so that way you now have like 2 hit points. You went from like
No, Hank has 0 hit points.
yeah, Hank is 0 now. Yeah,
You can play
Go
his
from bad
nephew.
to
You can
worse.
play Luke, the nephew. That'll be a good choice.
That seems like a Callie kind of character.
yeah. That kid's more of a wild card than Olive is.
Hey, Uncle, I'm gonna shoot this guy. Yeah, I can totally do that. That's fine.
So, but we appreciate D-Sword. We're gonna miss you. I don't know what's gonna happen with Saul. We'll find out. But
He's absolutely in your hands now.
I
Do with him as
know.
you will.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
We'll see. That's scary. But I've loved having it. This game has run longer than we expected it to, just because 2020 is 2020, and but I love this group and I love this game. So, and who knows? Maybe someone new will join the group. We'll have to find out. But somebody asked in chat, can they be Popeye? We'll find.
It's Scotty, of course.
Of
It
course,
is.
it's Scotty. We love
Because
Scotty.
Callie's character's name is Olive,
It's
and
true.
that's why.
It's true.
Oh God.
But I'm Jeanette. I'm the keeper / GM here on Uncanny Adventures. You can find us here for this game every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Also every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we play a Skull and Shackles D&D 5e campaign that is going splendidly. The ship may have just crashed and may be taking on water, so it's fine. They survived a storm only to maybe sink afterward. We'll find out. But that is what's going on. You can also find me over on Scotty Hood's channel. We all like playing on Scotty's channel. Scotty's a great DM. So I play every Saturday at 3 there in a D&D 5e game called the Chaos Crew. And it's chaotic. Callie's there. So, And then every other Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we play Ghost of Saltmarsh, where Callie's actually guesting as a character who is apparently a seal person, which I did not realize until this week.
Yeah, a Selkie.
Yeah,
I'm a
Selkie.
Selkie.
So, you know, things that my
Got
character
it.
just didn't realize because my character, everything goes over my head. But that's.
Are you a dwarf?
No, I'm a liminal. I'm actually a liminal, which I will
Ah.
plug. Scotty created a liminal race for 5e, and I've been playtesting it as the character on every other Saturday. And Scotty released it to the DMs Guild. So if you're interested to find out about playing a half human, half merfolk person, you should go check out DMs Guild and look for the liminal class. Just saying.
Check out all Scotty stuff on DM's
That's
Guild.
true.
He also does Connection to All, which I play test on Wednesday.
There you go. So.
Scotty's saying we're plugging him too much, so I think we need to keep plugging him for another 10 minutes to embarrass him.
We like to plug our friends' stuff. It's fun. You know? Plus you make good stuff, so it's great. All right.
Yeah.
So on that note, we are going to say goodnight. And we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. So take care and bye.
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 Click the button. All right, there's a button.